He's met less than 15 people in his life.
What if no one knows I exist? I'm raised by scientists.
He knows about Earth.
Hey, Tulsa.
I'm out of here the second I turn 18.
I just wish I could go with you.
Asa, how did you manage with the accent? Was it a little distracting for you, or was it easy peasy?
It wasn't too hard. I mean, I've done American accent a lot in movies, and in this one we were shooting in America with a whole sort of American production. So when you're kind of surrounded by the accent, it does make it a lot easier.
Any slips?
Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
But I've come pretty good at just being able to kind of turn it on, thankfully.
He comes to Earth, and having come from the Martian landscape, which is, desolate and vast, and he experiences the sensual fullness of the Earth. What a moment. How did you prepare yourself for those scenes?
It's tricky because you don't have any kind of reference point for this kind of character and this idea. So really I was kind of like trying out different things and seeing what worked. I think really what is important is kind of channeling this childish kind of wonder at everything. And so it's tapping into that and remembering what it was like to be a kid and seeing something for the first time and just being totally like in awe of it. It's like curiosity. Yeah.
It was great. And the way they shot it was really good, I thought. Quite powerful and effective. What about your floating in the zero gravity environment?
That's a very different skill.
Was it zero gravity?
No, we had harnesses and wires and kind of cables. Invisible wires. It's all very clever stuff. And I had done it before with Ender's Game, where we had lots of zero gravity scenes. So yeah, I mean it's tricky. Apparently, I'm typecast as a spaceman. Not the worst thing in the world.
No,
not the worst thing.
He has this connection with Tulsa. He's out there, millions of miles away, and they're online, and it just shows you the connectivity of being online and how it's changed life really on Earth. It's quite an amazing consideration, but you're not allowed to tell her where you are. So this is sort of a forgivable lie.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know how well that would have gone down. I mean, you're right. It's kind of this film. It kind of highlights the possible future of technology and the possibilities of it, whilst at the same time staying very grounded, I think. And the relationships are what really drives the story, rather than the science fiction and the technology.
But I think it was really fun. The tech side of it. I love the see-through computers, for instance. Now, your relationship with Tulsa she's not sort of a regular girl. She's more, she's a little bitter. School of Hard Knocks and all. And your character is so innocent, and yet they find this connection. Innocent and untried. He's only known a few people in his life. So, how did you arrange that?
Well, it's, I mean, you're right. They kind of highlight the differences in each other, and that when they meet, what draws them together is that they both have this kind of isolation, and they both are longing for a real connection. Gardner kind of more openly, Tulsa's kind of hiding it, and it's Gardner who kind of breaks down her walls by showing her the greatness in the world and what is good and what is kind of beautiful, and that's really, I think, nice to watch, because you see how they change each other in the film.
You're right. I mean, she takes everything. Well, we all do. We all take it for granted. And his fresh vision I found was just very cool. Very, very nice. Have you seen the film yet?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it turn out the way it was in your mind?
I don't know. And they never really do. You don't really know how a film is gonna appear. What really struck me, I think, more than anything, is the beauty that they managed to capture, because I wasn't there, like when they had those kind of location shots and the helicopter shots. I really didn't know how much they were going to show, and how, like, I mean, I just thought it was amazingly shot. It was so beautiful, like Lord of the Rings, but through Colorado. It was really cool.
And the spacescapes were stunning. Where was that?
That was in Albuquerque, in New Mexico, which, I mean, it kind of is a bit of a desert, so yeah, it was appropriate for the Mars landscape.
Yeah, it was tremendous. How did you think about a guy who is born out in space? He's the only person of his age. He's surrounded by very few people for 16 years. Can you imagine that?
No, it's hard to kind of put yourself in his shoes. I mean, I love human connection. I really kind of thrive off of it. I mean, I do enjoy spending time to myself, and I think everyone needs that. But I think it's so important to have those relationships and to be able to talk with people. So honestly, yeah, I mean, he doesn't know any other existence than the one he has. So yeah, he knows what it would do to someone.
What's your favorite thing about Earth?
You are, Gardner.